Hey guys, so in this week's edition of Geeky AF, we're going to be talking about how Olicity affected Arrow. So when we first met Felicity Smoke, she was just kind of a quirky, fun, cutesy, uh, super sidekick that we all fell in love with for saying the wrong things, usually at the wrong time, and making Arrow blush in ways John Diggle never made her blush or made him blush. But it was fun that first season. Even I think part of the second season. Um, we all just there was great banter between the two, and it was because they never approached um, the sexual aspects of the characters. They always had that fun dynamic of that will they, won't they, and it was never really strongly touched upon, um, and they kept it fun. Of course, when he's on his mission, she'd be in his ear, guiding him, helping him. Uh, and again, the best parts were always when she'd say something uh, clearly inappropriate for the employee to say to the employer, or sidekick to say, and he'd be like, "Wait, what?" And she'd be like, "Oh, no, 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 no," and it was fun. And those were what I like to call the golden days of Arrow. It kept it fun. Everybody was friendly, and it really made that Team Arrow a family environment. I felt the problem I feel was when Oliver gave his feelings up for Felicity and expose those feelings, and they both became a thing. I got excited at the time to be like, oh, cool. Wow, they belong together. This makes perfect sense. I mean, obviously they do. And who wasn't excited? Because we had all this will they, won't they. It was like Zach and Kelly all over again. Like, man, this is awesome. But we finally got it. And then, from my perspective, things really started to shift in tone from being about Oliver Queen and his, not sidekicks, but his partners, to being more of Felicity being a lot more in control of Team Arrow and being always right in what was going on. And it was more than just hey, I've got your back, I'm looking out for you. It was more of a um, I'm putting you down type mentality, or you don't know what you're doing type mentality. It was really condescending a lot of the time, um, and I really started to pick up on those vibes, and I don't know where exactly it started to shift, but I didn't enjoy it. Um, and there wasn't one thing in particular, but it was more of it was a real shift in the attitude of the character. Um, the strongest vibe I got was the exact lines when it had to do with Oliver, like him and her, like it had gone from the will they, won't they, and this cute relationship to being um, frustrated with a relationship, and you're too distant, and you're too, and it's like, dude, you know this guy, you've known him, the worst parts of him, you've known him for 3 years now. How the fuck do you not know? Like, how do you not know this is him? Like, come on. um and so it was those type of personality critiques where it used to be, hey, quirky banter. It's those bitchiness of how you are, like how can you be that way? And I don't know where the writing decided that that was okay. So then they were on the verge all the time of, should we be together? Shouldn't we be together? Should we? And it became the wrong aspect of the show that I once loved. And the thing that really was the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when Oliver's sitting there. They had broke. Was it they had broke up? Yeah, they Oliver and her had broke up at this point. I think it was like the next episode. Um, to which I had thought when they broke up, I was like, thank God, because this is really getting fucking this is getting old. I'm so sick of this. And he left William a message to open, I think, on his 18th birthday. He had recorded a message, and he's in the other room, and she's sitting there, and she's fuming, just angry. And I'm like, what the fuck are you mad for? And you're hearing Oliver record this message to William saying, hey, I'm the Arrow. I can't be in your life. Uh, hopefully when you read this, or when you listen to this message, you'll understand. I'm sorry I can't be a part of your life. I hope you understand. Something along those lines. And then he stops the message and puts it in an envelope or something like that. And then she's like, I guess I don't have a say in this. And I lost my shit. I'm like, no, you don't. Like, one, you're not his mother. You don't have a say in this. You're not. You don't. And two, you're not even dating at this point. You don't have a say in this. You don't. You have nothing to do with this situation. The only connection you have is that you're on Team Arrow. That's it. And that does not give you a right at all to Oliver's son. Like, what are you talking about? Like, at that point, that was where I had to stop and back off from the show. I had to, because I was just like, what the hell are they writing now? And I had to stop, and I was like, okay, maybe it's me. And I some of my friends are diehard Olicity fans, and I'm like, I don't get it. I went back and I watched the first season, and I loved Felicity there. And I was like, well, it's not the character. I love the character. I love the character. But then I get back to I watch the episode again, and I'm like, no, you here are fundamentally different than you were there. What's changed? And I think it's the focal point. The focal point is Oliver is no longer the focal point in the show. It's about her. It's about the relationship. And that's what bothers me about Olicity. Olicity is no longer about Oliver. It's about her. It's about that. And that's where I think Arrow really suffered about in the show. It as big as CW, they're known for their relationships, and I don't think that's I mean that's in life in general. Like we are, like I am happily married. My wife is a huge part of my life, obviously, but I can make a decision without calling her. I mean, I can be like, hey Mona, should I buy some milk at the grocery store? I don't need to do that. And that's how it felt in in Arrow. That's how it felt. Like everything has to be run past her. And that when she's like, I guess I don't get a say in this. No, you don't. Like everything was like that with her at that point. I think it was a little bit after that where I just stopped watching. I may have picked up an episode here and there, but it was nothing that I wanted to watch. I don't think. I think every once in a while, like I would pick up whenever a friend wanted me to watch one, or whenever one would look interesting by the synopsis. But I think I stopped. Is it as a whole? And I don't think I've seen an entire season of one. I don't think. But it for me, I think that's the problem with Olicity is the focal point of the show. I think that's where it jumped the shark. It shifted its tone from being about a quirky group of characters led by Oliver to being this person has control of every aspect or every facet of your life. And to me, I don't think that's good for the main title character. I don't feel like it's good for a character that I really enjoyed earlier in the series. I think it's just disrespectful to every. I think it's disrespectful to every character on the show. Personally, and it wasn't anything that I wanted to watch. And I think that was part of the dips in quality. Um, just my opinion. But what do you guys think? Comment below. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you think I'm right. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. Let me know if you, uh, where do you think Arrow went wrong, or if it even went wrong. But um, to me, I don't feel like the character Felicity ever really recovered, based on what I saw in episodes that I watched that was after this. Um, to me, some the people that did not care for the show in the latter seasons far outweigh the ones that stuck with it. Um, but what do you guys think? Please let me know. And if you like this video and you guys want to see more, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. And on that note, be genuine, be safe, and keep on geeking on, guys.